Let's go, baby. Warriors, champs. Draymond Green's going in the Hall of Fame. There's nothing you can do about it. I don't watch much basketball, but I watched some postseason, and it was just amazing to see my Warriors win again. 4 rings, baby. Let's go. Who's your favorite basketball team, Sushant?
Well, like you, I'm not much of a basketball guy. I'm more of a football, one track mind, one sport mind type of guy. But I guess being from Chicago, I kind of like the Bulls. And the funny thing is, last night, after the Warriors won their 4th title now, in 5 tries, I believe, most of the Chicago Bulls fan base is getting a little nervous, man. They're getting a little nervous that because you guys have a little, some James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, some young guys coming up, the dynasty might keep going and surpass Michael Jordan's 6 rings. Who knows? So
Yeah,
that's what Chicago is waking up to today.
it could. Let's
Yeah.
make this talk a little bit more sad. I actually was a huge basketball fan. I had league pass and everything, and I watched Warriors almost all the time. And Fantasy Couch wasn't going too well, so I slapped myself in the face and I said, one day, what am I gonna do? Am I going to keep jabbing at this, or should I go all in? And so, I got butt naked. I dove in head first without looking at the depth of the pool, shallow, deep. I didn't care. I just dove head first, no league pass. And I barely watched any basketball since like 2016 ish. And it worked. It made a fantasy couch into a career. So
It's true.
it
It all
worked
works
out.
around it.
But still, it's great to see my Warriors win. And yeah, I mean, it's just been awesome. Where's that picture? I didn't even think about showing this stupid picture. I love the tweet. I love making fun of myself. I'm about to find it right now. I posted this. Here we go. Here's a tweet I posted after the championship. Said, I've been using the same dumb pick for years, but we just keep winning. It's just
That's
a pick. I
classic.
just
Classic.
cross out the year and post the pick all the time. This is from
There
when I
you
work
go.
with John Madden.
Yeah.
Um, it was, that was the peak of that event. It's the John Madden, Steve Mariucci Bocce tournament. And one year we had every Bay Area team in the building. So the SaberCats, that's our arena league. We had the Sharks, San Jose Sharks, a hockey team. We had the Oakland A's. We had back then Oakland Raiders. We had the 49ers, and we had the San Francisco Giants, all in one building. So the dance team and cheerleaders, they were all there. What did
That's not bad. Wow.
my buddy, what an idiot, took a picture with the lawn snapper
The long snapper. Oh,
of the
come on.
Raiders, but he thought it was Matt Leinart.
Oh
And
no.
it
Oh
looked just
god.
like, and so the part of my brain, my facial recognition, that part of my brain is so bad, I can't recognize anybody. And so that's why me and Mike make a great team. He has that strong facial recognition. He spots Ken Griffey Jr. a mile away in like the other side of the mall. He's like, that's Griffey Jr. I'm like, how do you even have like the
I have the
boldness to
vision to see
say
that.
that
Yeah,
statement?
I feel
Like
you.
to be so sure you saw a big time celebrity and to say that's Ken Griffey Jr. And then we go, and then it actually ends up actually
Oh
being.
wow, that's
So
crazy.
yeah, he
Wow.
spots people like that. I mean, we're just, it's just that type of thing. And yeah, so he wasn't there at that one, but my God, they're taking these guys are Raider fans. I didn't take any pictures. And I'm like, this guy's kind of wide. Like I just imagine like wide, like
Yeah,
but
right.
like he's more like 250, like he's
Yeah,
250
he's
plus.
huge.
Like
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
like I mean, long snappers aren't like enormous. That they're not usually 300 pounds, but they're like more like
Yeah, he's like a lineman.
linebacker
Yeah.
shape than
Yeah.
and then a quarterback. And yeah, it was not Matt Leinart. And they like posted it on the gram and everything. I'm like,
That's why I reacted that way. Like once you saw he was wide, like isn't that kind of a giveaway that it's not
and they're both
quarterback?
hardcore Raider fans too. Like they're
Yeah.
like wearing like his just to be his face did look like Matt Leinart. Like we looked it up. Like I'm not gonna look it up now because it's so long. Like
Sure,
I'm not
yeah,
gonna.
but okay.
But yeah,
It
so
was similar enough to where you can get confused,
oh no, his face
but
looked like it looked like Matt Leinart, but I just like. But that's the thing because I'm so bad at facial recognition. I'm like, Daredevil. His ears are, because he's blind. His But
yeah, I
my
got you.
my
Yeah,
hearing, I'm also audio engineer. I've done professional audio engineering, music production. So like someone's voice, I spot it, right? If someone's doing a commercial voiceover, I know who it is right away. Like I
yeah.
know that I'm like, oh, I know like this person's voice. So like I just paid attention to the body shape, the body type more so. And so that was a red flag. I was like, I guess it's Matt Leinart because they're saying it is, and it looks like him, like, but
And it ended
now
up being the
Matt
wrong
Leinart,
team.
well, that's him, right? He was on the Raiders, right? That one year.
Was he
I
on
don't
the
even
Raiders? I
remember.
knew he was on the
Yeah.
Cardinals.
No,
The
but we're talking
Cardinals.
about like after he
Yeah,
like
after
really
that,
fell off. like,
I
like this is him on the Cardinals, and then yeah, we're talking about like
journeyman Matt Leinart. Got you.
right here.
Yeah, but
Bull,
hey, congratulations on the Warriors, man. That's all I'll
yeah,
say. It's well deserved. Steph Curry, great player. I mean, the whole core. I think Draymond and Clay have also won a couple with them. So
yeah.
congratulations,
They all
well
have
deserved win.
4.
Enjoy it.
Yeah.
You might get more, in my
S-
opinion, but we'll see.
Smooth says Bulls fans are feeling like the Steelers fans were feeling when the Pats kept making runs.
Yeah, that's a good comparison because the Steelers were the top dog. They had, I think, 6 in total franchise history Super Bowls, and then all of a sudden Tom Brady, Bill Belichick came into town, and they went to work, and the Steelers started getting nervous. So that's a good comparison because Bulls fans definitely not feeling too confident. That's to say the least, for sure.
Yeah, Patriots made the 76 Dolphins, whatever that team was. They made them feel
Yeah.
nervous as well with that 19-0 run or
Oh
whatever
yeah.
it was. Yeah, and I
Oh
think it
yeah.
was 19-0.
18-1, 19-1, maybe. They lost the Super Bowl,
Well,
so they
yeah,
should
yeah,
have
they
won.
ended up losing.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, something
Yeah.
like that. They went perfect, and then they lost the Super Bowl. All right, let's talk some football. We're gonna be
Do it.
talking about some news, not much news. We're gonna do Hack My Dynasty, and then we have a mock draft. So I will be posting the link shortly. Oh, Steve Kerr has 9 championship reigns. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
with the Bulls and the Warriors combined. That's insane. It's nuts.
What do we got? David Johnson. In non-news, he did not get signed by the Saints. So that did not happen.
Good for Abram Smith owners, potentially.
Yeah, that dynasty sleeper dream is still alive. What else we got? Kareem Hunt asked for a long-term deal with the Browns. Oh god, the Browns are just it's just so messy. Jadeveon Clowney's basically only a Cleveland Brown because Deshaun Watson's there. He's on a 1-year deal. Kareem Hunt wants a long-term deal. It's like what a big mess, dude.
I
Deshaun
don't know, man.
Watson's probably not going to
That's the
play
whole thing
this
right
year.
there. It starts and ends with Deshaun Watson for
Of
me.
course.
It's crazy,
And
man.
then
Oh
they
my
screwed
god.
up the Baker Mayfield thing. It's like,
Oh
ugh,
god.
I don't think the Baker Mayfield thing's as big of a deal as far as like, oh, they only had Baker. Right now they'd have a quarterback. Yeah, he is the second best quarterback on the team, but they're not winning a Super Bowl with him. He's
Yeah, I
trash.
understand their mindset of going out and getting an upgrade for Baker, but there's a lot of question marks there. I was just thinking one thing though. Maybe Kareem Hunt being a running back, and you know how the smarter franchises they won't pay the running backs the top dollar. Maybe he's saying, "Hey, Cleveland's willing to splash money around here for a risky asset like Deshaun Watson. Maybe they'll give me a little bit more than I can get across the street over there to the other team." That could be his mindset too. Who
I think
knows?
that's too. I think he just recognizes how messy it is, and he's trying to do this. Just wants a
Yeah,
long-term deal. Like
I hear you.
it's maybe if Deshaun Watson was 100% in the clear right now, things weren't as messy, then maybe this wouldn't be there.
Yeah,
That's what I'm because when Deshaun Watson's there and he's not going to get suspended, this is all hypothetical. This is not reality. This is fantasy land. If he's there, he's not going to get suspended. You're thinking Super Bowl. And my pie chart and forget about my pie chart. They'd be the favorites to win the AFC North, which is one of the toughest divisions. And so that's how big of an impact Deshaun Watson is. You got to be thinking Super Bowl. Like the Browns were okay with Baker, and he was terrible. So
Yeah,
anyway,
it's a huge difference.
it's
Huge
not
difference.
not a lot of great news. That's
No.
not no big news.
Right.
Unless if I forget something, you can tell me. Lamar Jackson returns to camp. Terry McLaurin holds out, and Treylon Burks remains absent from minicamp. Now you can answer further, but I need like a yes or no, and then you can do your comma after. But I need the yes or no for this. Is Treylon Burks' asthma comparable or equivalent to Jamar Chase's dropping passes before the season
Oh,
starts?
yeah, definitely. Yes.
So it's the exact same. You're
There is no
thinking
comma for me. It's just like, come
it's the
on,
same
whatever.
thing.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Okay, so don't make the same mistake I did with last year in redraft
Yes.
with Jamar
I
Chase.
wouldn't take him as high as Jamar Chase in redraft.
Of course, he's not going there. He's not
Before,
going
yeah.
there.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, Jamar Chase was going early. Like he just was. He was going round 5.
Yeah, round 5.
Sometimes round
Yeah.
4, but after that news, he kind of started falling to round 6, 7. So that's a league winner right there. So Treylon Burks, he's not going any earlier than round 7
Yeah.
in redraft.
I would not fade Treylon Burks just because if your only concern is the asthma, I would not be. That's an invalid thing for me. It's a no.
Well, and where did
Short
Treylon
answer.
Burks play college?
He went to Arkansas. He was a dominant receiver over there. Got some carries. I know you like that. So
What's the weather like in Arkansas? I've been to Tennessee. It's pretty good weather. It's
yeah,
humid, but the type of humid that I like is like, which is I think is just a good humid. It's not like disgusting humid, but it is hot. It is down south. It's
yeah,
not
that's all I was
it's
gonna
not
say.
Tennessee's not disgusting weather though, from what I know. It's pretty hot, it's pretty humid. Arkansas, I don't know where that is, to be honest. Sounds like it could be humid though. That's
It's definitely
definitely the
south
south.
of Nashville. I know that. So if anything, it's gonna be hotter,
Yeah.
which you would think. I don't know how asthma and heat would work, but you would think that in the heat, working out, the asthma would affect you in a hotter place. That's what I would suspect.
Yeah, we don't know what we're talking about. We're just taking
Yeah,
stabs at this.
exactly
Let's
right.
bring up some Is this the humidity map? What is this?
Amazing. This is what Treylon Burks and asthma does, right? Bringing up
Yeah.
humidity maps on a fantasy football show.
Yeah, I could be bringing up stripes on a football last year for Jamar Chase. What do we got here?
That's true though.
I don't know how to read this. 13 mean relative humidity. I'd imagine the red. Okay, the red is humid. I know that Louisiana is humid. And even Missouri, when I've been there, is very humid.
Yeah,
And
Southern Belt is humid, so it looks like Tennessee is right in that same kind of region, that orangey, that kind of peach color.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on with this asthma thing, though. But you're saying don't worry about. We can't
I would
read
not
into.
worry about it, man.
Yeah.
He's such a good talent, and he's got a good landing spot. There's a reason why Tennessee, formidable coaching staff, they're not completely dumb there. Vrabel knows what he's doing. He can read the rules and manipulate them. For example, there's a reason why they gave up AJ Brown for Treylon Burks pretty much straight up. They believe that there's legitimate talent there, and I would also believe there's legitimate talent there.
Oh God, Smooth, can you resend this? This is terrible.
Bad quality, bad size.
Oh, it's horrible. Oh, there. No, this is fine. This is good. We're good. We're good. All right, so we're gonna be hacking dynasties, hacking your dynasty lineup. So you send in your dynasty lineup via Twitter. You tag me at Fantasy Couch. Use the hashtag Hack My Dynasty again. So go to Twitter, screenshot your dynasty squad, your picks, your assets, your team. Screenshot that, tweet it at Fantasy Couch. Tweet it to me, and use hashtag Hack My Dynasty. And is what's his name? The Network. Is The Network here? Somebody tag him on Discord, see if he's here. Smooze is here, so we're gonna hack Smooze's dynasty lineup. And if somebody could tag the network fellow couch captain on Discord. He's always in here, by the way. It's just maybe there he is. Oh, he's been
He's
here.
here.
I'm
Beautiful.
tripping. He's been here.
Perfect.
I forgot he was already here. Okay, so we're gonna hack Chris and the network. And right now I will drop the link. So hopefully this will get filled up by the time we're done with this segment. So I'm going to drop the link to a 12 team redraft mock draft right now. So go ahead and join. And then this segment will take whatever it takes 10 minutes, 15 minutes. After that, we will start mock drafting 12 team redraft. So we're shifting our focus to Dynasty. Right after we finish the segment, we will do a mock draft. I'm going to probably pause it after 5 rounds, just do a little analysis, and then we'll end the podcast and we'll finish the whole mock draft. So don't worry. Nobody
And this is going
worry.
to be Throne League redraft settings for the mock.
Yes, 12 team. It's going to be 1 quarterback, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 tight end, no defense, no kicker.
Should be fun.
Tweet it out. All right. Well, hopefully we can get it filled up. Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
The network is in Oakland. Town business. I'm going to be on that float Monday. That's awesome, man. Stay safe. What a dynasty, huh? What an amazing what a sexy dynasty. All right. What are we looking?
Well,
oh,
humidity aside.
Okay, I forgot what we're doing. Okay, hack my dynasty. All right, so we're gonna do team smooths right now. This one's looking a little shaky already. We got Justin Fields, James White, Puke Johnson, T. Higgins, Elijah Moore, Ayuk. This has got to be the league he's in with me.
I believe so. Yes.
Dallas Goedert, Jacoby Myers, Will Lutz. Yeah, it is. He just picked him. Texans D, Jameis, Danny Dimes, just a whole bunch of crap. Calvin Ridley, Kyle Phillips, Hassan Haskins, Traylon Burks, George Pickens, Ken Walker, Brees Hall, and 4 first round picks for 2023, and even more picks in the second round, a couple first round picks in 2024. So he's got a lot of picks.
He's got stuff to work with for sure. And he's definitely got some pieces on the team. This is one of those classics still building. I mean, with 7 first round picks, if you count them up, he's got 4 in 2023, 3 in the following year. There's not a whole lot of like, oh, let me get more first round picks that you need to do, because it's only a team, I think, with 10 or so starting roster spots, and he already has some young guys. But there is a general straightforward blueprint that I think Chris should probably follow here. His team sucks for this year. No secret. No secret. He's probably going to get the 101. That's Bijan Robinson. That's a running back. It's a 1 quarterback league, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's definitely he's not going to go with the quarterback there. So Bijan Robinson, Brees Hall, Kenneth Walker. That's a nice, trio for the 2023 football season to compete with. Needs a tight end, Dallas Goedert. One of the interesting things about this particular build, Couch, is that me and him have been actually kind of working on this team for quite some time. I think over a year now. The last time he sent me this team, or the first time he sent me this team, was a year ago. So we've been kind of not building this together in a way, but I've definitely been. He's been sending me updates and whatnot. So one of the things that he's been saying is that he wanted to trade Dallas Goedert, and no one's biting. So
yeah, I had the same issue in our empire. Like nobody wants him, and rightfully so, because Jalen Hurts. I don't think he can support 3 receivers.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. What I would say, though, is because he has 4 2023 first round picks, and there are a couple good tight end options, and I believe, just like you, that Hurts is going to be a tough bet to support Goddard and AJ Brown and Devonta Smith. It's going to be tough. So I think maybe investing one of these 4 picks in a tight end is probably a smart idea, probably a safe and smart idea for the long term, especially. And that will leave you with 2 more picks, maybe get a receiver with one of them. But what I would say is because this is a one quarterback league, I mean, Justin Fields, the talent is certainly there, but the situation is very muddy, and it's very muddy for quite some time. I'm not sure how long or how soon it's going to be where you see Justin Fields, if even we ever see it happen, be a top 5, top
He could
7
be good in
quarterback.
fantasy though.
I mean, how soon though? How many years? You know what I mean? Like, this year's not going to be anything special. Even next year, it might not. It could be. It might not. It might just be like the beginnings of it. But you're thinking at least 3 years for him to start being good, and that's
I,
when he's in year 4.
I don't think Smooth's team's gonna be able to compete next year at all,
Sure, but
realistically.
he could compete 2 years from now after he has these
Yeah,
4 first-round picks, right?
yeah.
So what I'm thinking is if he uses 3 of them to actually get these players, and hopefully he hits on the amazing talent that we think the 2023 class brings. Maybe I'm thinking with that last 2023 first round pick, if he packages that with Justin Fields, maybe he can just go get a real quarterback asset, like still a young guy, maybe like a Justin Herbert or Mahomes or whoever is lower than that. Just I would just start from the top, go Josh Allen possibly, just see how much the guy likes Fields in 2023 first once that pick is on the clock, and just go from there, go down from there. Just try to upgrade Justin Fields into a more safe but still young quarterback asset. What do you think of that idea?
It's not gonna happen in this league.
Not
I'm
gonna
in
happen
this.
in this league.
It's
No one,
tough.
no one would
It's
do
that's
Fields in
the
the 23 first.
that's that's the right move, but
It's
maybe
tough
when
to say.
maybe strike when the iron's hot. Maybe when the rookie fever kicks in, right? Not
Yeah, that's
right
what I'm
now.
thinking. Like once that pick
Yeah.
kind of gains a little bit more steam, because
Yeah,
I
I
mean
can
Justin
see it.
Fields is more of like, I'm going to trade a quarterback for a quarterback, so let me give you a quarterback back who's not totally terrible. And then 2023 first is kind of like that value that you're going to get with the difference here. So I don't know. I think that's a good idea. If you're saying it's not going to happen, then you might need to use that 2023 first instead, and maybe just go ahead and draft a guy like Bryce Young, who's not going to cost you the 101 in a single quarterback league. He'll be more of like a 10th overall, 11th overall type selection. And with one of those 4 2023s that you have there, Chris, I feel like one of those could be in range for a quarterback.
I think that's the best. I think
That's a better
that's
play.
a better route.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, because we do trade in this league, but it's not anywhere. It's below average, right? It's not anywhere on the league we're in. It's not on that level, and I mean it's gonna be tough. Like I've got a billion offers for Patrick Mahomes in this league, and I just automatically decline all of them.
Yeah, I
I don't
think
even. I don't really even look. I mean, I look at them, but like
it's just
I'm
not
just not trading
interest.
him.
I
Like
hear
I
you.
would
Yeah.
never trade him. Yeah.
The only problem that I see with getting a 2023 quarterback is, again, you kind of run the risk of drafting another version of Justin Fields potentially. Like, let's say Detroit gets Bryce Young, hypothetical statement, right? And we all think, Detroit's good and whatever, but let's just say, the Lions be the Lions and the whole offense sucks. DeAndre Swift is like the only good guy there at the most, and then it doesn't work out, then all of a sudden you have 2 guys like Justin Fields, and it's like, now I want to trade Justin Fields and Bryce Young in a first each time, both. It's like, that's the only risk that you kind of run into. But again, if it's a trade unfriendly, if you want to use that word, league, then maybe your best bet would just be to just keep on throwing the dart at a quarterback until it hits the bullseye for you. There's some good guys coming out. The next 2 years, you have a lot of picks. It's possible you can land one.
I would definitely go with the drafting route
Sure. Okay.
since he's rebuilding from the ground up. This is a
Yeah.
pure rebuild team. I like the idea of drafting. There's risks with literally everything.
Yeah. The good thing is that he has enough picks and enough current players on his team where he doesn't need to. He shouldn't feel pressured to trade for a first or trade away picks for players or whatever. He can at this point just kind of sit comfortably, build his team slowly with the assets he has, and just see how that goes. which is the bottom line. So pretty good build so far. Would love to see how this team looks in a couple of years. Honestly, that would be really fun to
Yeah.
see.
Are we done with this one?
I think
Because
we're done. Yeah.
I want to
Pretty done.
address a couple things. I mean, it's the same story every time. I said it a billion times, right? This stacking thing has just become like this sexy thing all of a sudden. You guys never had it. All right. This is a DFS term. This is a tournament term. This is a daily fantasy sports term. Yes, technically it's true. Once you have one of the favorite receivers of the passer, right? Like Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. That's great. But in terms of redraft or season long leagues, it really doesn't mean anything. It just increases your risk, lowers your floor, right? Height into ceiling. So it is something there. And as far as redraft, I'd say basically it does not help you. It just makes it more risky, right? You're going to be going more on a roller coaster ride depending on the offense you're on, right? So if you have Kyler Murray and Hopkins, once the Cardinals struggle and the Cardinals offense struggles, then you're going to lose that week. If Kyler Murray's on fire, then you're going to put up a ton of points that week. So it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win or lose. In Dynasty, it matters a little bit, but here's like the most exception is actually Jalen Hurts, who I have picked a few times in DFS, and I've stacked him, and it's never worked because he just runs it in. He never throws the ball a lot, and he could take a leap forward, but we're talking about so many players. He's got Devontae Smith, he's got AJ Brown, he's got Goddard. He's no way he's going to support all of them. So this stack, this double dip, it really means nothing. Right. So in Dynasty, the only time this really makes sense is if you're really going for it, right? Like you just said, if the Lions draft Breece Hall, right? You said that, right? Like as an
Bryce
example.
Young, the quarterback.
Bryce Young,
right.
Breece Hall.
Right.
Bryce Young, the quarterback, not the right.
Right.
They draft him, right? And you have Jamison Williams. Now that is something because now these two are aligned, right? And it was with Tyreek Hill and Patrick Mahomes, or at least I thought it was. We were blindsided with that. But these are the type of duos that actually really mean something because, okay, these two guys are tied to the team. They're tied to this quarterback, and we like that. Hurts Goddard stack is where that's at. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means
He's basically saying a Hurts Goddard stack is like it's good.
Is where it's at.
Is where it's at. Yeah.
Instead of where that's at. Where it's at. No, it's not. That's my point. It's the worst stack because stacks don't matter that much anyway. So that's the example I'm trying to give you guys. In redraft, they don't matter. When I'm trying to win a tournament, it does matter because I want to increase my ceiling. In the leagues you guys play usually, not DFS, you're just trying to beat one guy. That's it. I beat 49,999 guys one time.
And
that
the key here,
ceiling.
Couch, the thing you need to say here is that what matters in typical fantasy football is week 1 and week 2 and week 8, 9, 10, and so on. For DFS, it's we only care for 1 week. So that's why you want to stack these guys. If Herbert's going off for 350 yards in week 3, you probably want to get his receivers because a couple of them are going to go off for 100 yards or something. That's why you want to get these guys in stacks. But season long, again, like you're saying, it's just not going to be lowers your floor, lowers your ceiling.
Yeah.
Because if you have, like example, in our Throne League, we had the Cowboys a few years back. It was a roller coaster. They were great, then they were.
Well, it was actually amazing until Dak got hurt.
That's the problem.
Yeah, and so that's the risk. Yeah, and it's like, but we didn't go for that though. We did not go for the stack. All those players fell to us.
Sure,
and that's my point. So in Dynasty, stacks are a thing. Like it does matter, but only when you get 2 young players. And Jalen Hurts is like one of the worst passers. And so like it's just not gonna matter. I just want the best tight end possible. So the double dipping thing is just a theory. It doesn't really work. If Goddard is the tight end 11 or tight end 9, I don't care how many times I double dip into the ice cream or double dip the chips. Like who cares, right? I could just spit into the nachos and eat it. Like who cares about it? If Dallas Goddard is the tight end 9, you're losing. Like that's
exactly
it's an L. I'd rather have the tight end 4, tight end 5, tight end 6. That's I could win with that. Tight end 9, that's going to be tough to win with. That's all, like literally all that matters. I just wanted to clear that up. Hopefully that made sense for you guys. Yeah, I mean, it's just there's just a ton of examples. Like I've studied this to the bone, and like I can go for this for days if you guys have questions. But let's keep it moving. We're gonna hack one more dynasty lineup, and then we will mock draft. Let's see, the mock draft has filled up. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. I did not know it would fill up that fast. Appreciate you guys. So this is the network fellow couch captain. He's in the chat right now. It's an Empire Dynasty League. I like that. Look at these screenshots, man.
You're gonna love this team, man.
Look at these screenshots. Look at how crisp this guy took these screenshots.
Oh, yeah.
It's like I can see the touchdowns. I can see the stacks. All right, so he's got a killer team. He's got Josh Allen, JT, Swift, Diggs. Now, see, that's more of a stack that actually matters, right? If you figure Diggs isn't leaving Buffalo, Josh Allen isn't leaving Buffalo, so that's at least a stack that like I can see, I can envision.
And furthermore, he's winning now, so like that stack works, for this upcoming season. Fact.
Yeah, so CeeDee Lamb would work with Dak. You figure those guys aren't leaving soon, right? They already got rid of Amari Cooper, which communicates, really loudly that like, hey, we like Dak, we like CeeDee. So like there are cases where okay, I'm gonna go for this stack. Unfortunately, some people went for the Kyler Murray, Andy Isabella stack a few years ago. And
oh boy,
that yeah, it's not looking as good. But hey, that's also a risk, right? So in Dynasty, when you're going for that stack, you're going for that long-term, Marvin Harrison, Peyton Manning stack, right? That's what you want. Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams stack. Unfortunately, that's very hard to hit, especially with cap space and all that's going on, all this drama and all these things that just keep going on. It's really hard to hit on a stack and stay with it, right? I mean, I would have loved to have Sky Moore and Patrick Mahomes on the same team, but I'm not trying to go way out of my way to get that though. But if Sky Moore fell to me at 1.09, I would have loved to have him. I would have took him at 1.07 as well, but it is what it is. Anyway, his team's freaking amazing. Deontay Johnson, Kyle Pitts, Breece Hall, Josh Jacobs, Daniel Carlson, Patriots D, Matt Corral, Miles Sanders, Tyler Algier, Russell Gage, Paris Campbell, Rondell Moore, TJ Hawkinson on the bench. Let's go.
And he's got one more in the taxi. Just wait.
Oh, man. Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins on IR, Terrace Marshall, Nico Collins, and Pat Freiermuth.
So I have a couple things to say, right? Obviously, one, it's a super stacked team, and he has a 2023 first. So, I mean, this guy is in very, very good shape in terms of not just this upcoming season, but he said it was an empire, so he has a real shot of winning back-to-back because his team is young, his team is good, his team is talented, and all that stuff. Only thing I would say is you have Kyle Pitts, Pat Freiermuth, and TJ Hawkinson. I don't think you need 3 tight ends like that. Even if this is tight end premium, you don't need that.
I'm sorry to ruin. We just got terrible news. This is not my team, he says. This is the best team in the league I traded the 1.01 to.
This is the best team in the league that he traded the 101 to.
Why are we giving is this guy gonna hear this advice at least?
Well,
I mean, might as just give it. Let's just do it and get it over with then.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
What is this? I thought this was your team.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, right?
Yeah, so how are we gonna give advice? I mean, if he's listening,
I don't want to give advice to a couch fam's opponent, though.
But that's it. That's not our fault. I just want the guy to at least hear this at some point. That's all I'm saying. If he's live, that's great. Or if he watches the replay or listens to the podcast, that's great. But you better share this link with them.
Fair enough. For the audio listeners, the network just commented saying, "This is not my team. This is the best team in the league that I traded the 1.01 to." And yeah, I mean, looking at this team, it looks like the best team in the league. Only thing I would do with this one is probably trade one of those 3 tight ends, get yourself a receiver, because behind Diggs, Lamb, and Deontay Johnson, who are young, lasting for quite a while. They're pretty safe dynasty assets. After that, it gets a little bit shaky, and assuming this is PPR, two flex spots, you kind of want to start for sure one of those receivers every week in a flex spot, so that makes it four wide receivers. As of right now, he's got Diggs, Lamb, Deontay Johnson, which is great. Then after that, I think it's DeAndre Hopkins, who's on the IR, and then DJ Chark would be his next guy. But he also has a guy named Russell Gage and Couch. I think this will be a good segue into talking redraft and getting into our redraft mock. Because what do you think of the idea? I was thinking about this when I saw this roster. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be missing the early part of the season because he's suspended. And you also know that Russell Gage is going to be good in the early part of the season because Chris Godwin is hurt. So if you have that stack, or speaking of stack, right? It's not exactly a team stack, but if you have these two guys, if you pair them up in a redraft league, what do you think of that idea? DeAndre Hopkins and Russell Gage, because one of these guys are kind of like got that production now in the early season, and then DeAndre
Oh, I
Hopkins
get
kind
what
of
you're saying.
comes
Yeah,
in later.
that's smart. These are two guys that I go after. Like in every mock draft, I've drafted Russell Gage, and in a couple mock drafts, I've drafted DeAndre Hopkins. So I think that's very smart. And I got a question for you. Would he, because there's just one obvious sexy tight end. Would this guy trade away Kyle Pitts? Or
He
you think
can.
he's just retooled just a little bit? Because trading away Kyle Pitts is like he's swinging for something. Like, I don't know if that's really necessary.
I mean, how do you think you can win a championship with TJ Hawkinson? Because I believe you can. I think he's good enough for the tight end position
Yeah.
to where you
And
can.
you have a backup too, just in case you have Pat
Exactly.
Fryermuth, who's formidable. TJ Hawkinson's a top 6, top 7 tight end.
Yeah. It just depends how, let's say, assuming you get the receiver, it just depends how good or how high of a receiver you want to get. Because obviously, you're going to get a way better player if you offer up Kyle Pitts than you would TJ Hawkinson, but you're still going to get a good player regardless. So it just depends how high you're willing to go. But this is, yeah, I understand why Network said this is the best team in his league because it looks just that part. It looks
Beastly
really
team.
good. Oh, yeah. One
All right.
quarterback, too. So, wow. Oh,
All
man.
right. Let's move on to the
Let's
mock
do it.
draft. So, guys, we are ready. All right, we're doing a 12-team mock draft, Throne League settings, and quick shout out actually to FFPC. They have hooked us up with a league, so we're gonna get in a $250 entry dynasty league, and you guys are gonna draft all the players for me. We're fine tuning how it's going to work. We're going to do it all in Discord. That's right. We're doing a big money league, $250 buy-in. If
This
we
is news to
win,
me. Wow. Okay.
if we win, I'm going to be giving away a ton of prizes. Okay. Roster settings are weird. No, they're good. This is
So I
throne
knew
settings.
this was in the works and this is a potential plan, but now it's official. Like it's
Yeah, now
for
it's
sure a thing
official.
now.
Yeah, we just got time
Okay.
fine tune how to make it work. I think we have a great idea how we're gonna do the voting. Just got to figure out when to launch it and this and that. But we are flex. That's right. No, he's right. I did forget flex last time. There we go. 1, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. Yeah, so we're going to actually do a $250 dynasty startup league where you guys draft for me. We're going to be voting on every single draft pick. It's going to be like a social experiment. Now, you just got to fine tune it because we don't want just everyone shouting every name. I can't do it. So we're going to figure out a way to narrow it down to 4 players, probably each pick, maybe an other. Just try to, this is more about having fun, right? And so we just want to make sure that everyone's having fun. It's going to be really cool. Honestly, I feel like this is the best fantasy community, and if you were just to give it to any random community, it would fail. We would lose. I don't know why, but I just feel like we're gonna win
We
this
got some
league
smart
with
people, man.
voting.
That's for sure. Some
I
smart
feel like
people
we're
in
gonna
Discord.
win.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
so.
Bob, great. This is a question I wanted you to answer right here. So Zach Wilson or Justin Fields? I'm thinking this is more dynasty.
Yeah, assuming it's Dynasty. Believe it or not, I am going to pivot away from what my pre-draft kind of last season analysis was, and I'm gonna say that the talent is a wash. I think it's pretty similar, close enough. Both of them showed enough flashes of talent to say yes, the box is checked. But I feel like the Jets have done a much better job building the offense around Zach Wilson. And for that reason, I just feel that Zach Wilson's way safer than Justin Fields, even though maybe I like Justin Fields as a talent a little bit more, but again, talent is close enough to where the situation is so much better for Zach Wilson. I think it's an easy for me to just go Jets, 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 Jets for me.
Yeah, it's easy for me. The Jets smell more like a real organization, so I'm gonna go with Zach Wilson. I mean, really, only argument you have for Fields is that he runs a lot faster, so more rushing stats. But I don't know if you really want to chase that, especially in Dynasty, where things if things fall apart, your team kind of falls apart.
Yeah,
All
and
right.
those rushing stats are going to be him running for his life, which is not what you want.
So we got a lot of auto drafters. It's fine. It is what it is. I mean, we run a risk of doing whatever we can here. Like if we did it last minute, we're gonna try to fill it up. We could have had a bunch of dead air and nobody joined. So, oh, this guy joined. I tagged him and he joined. All right, let's see. The one
Oh,
for
cool.
one,
Bet.
Stinman 81.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, that's pretty much everybody. Let me tag these guys and we'll just begin. And then
Ooh, so Chris Mose is in the mock draft who we just hacked
he
10
wants
minutes
to
ago.
be in. All right, let's start it off.
Let's do it.
12-team redraft, one quarterback, two running back, three wide receiver, one flex, one tight end, throne settings, snake draft. Let's go.
I mean, want to do analysis after the first 5-ish rounds?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll
Okay,
just pause it and might end the podcast there.
sure.
Kick them and I'll join. I don't think I can. I doubt I can kick them.
That's only 15 seconds from now.
We got two guys back when I tagged them. I pinned them. Connor came back and Logan came back. So we're only having two teams auto.
Okay, so I am glad this guy fell to me. For me, I have 4 running backs in kind of the first tier. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor is, the 1.1 kind of clearly. But after that, I think there's 3 guys who are worth picking. Derrick Henry is one, Austin Eckler is another, but McCaffrey is my RB2 as of today. So that's what I'm going to go with. I see Najee Harris picked immediately after.
So when Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, C-Mac, and Najee in a redraft, then Eckler. I think I'll go. Definitely not going running back. So it's between Kelsey and Cup. I'll go with Cup.
What do you think of Najee versus Eckler? Personally, I have Eckler. That's my 4.
Oof.
And then I would take the wide receivers ahead of Najee Harris. So
It's about tied for me, man. It's so tough. It's so tough. I'm looking at a lot. Yeah, I haven't done my rankings, but that's a very
It's a good question, right?
tough one. Is you're gonna get a lot more carries with Najee, but the Chargers offense is gonna flow. Oh,
PPR.
yeah.
I
That's
don't know.
that's really my only argument for Eckler is if you're in full PPR.
Yeah,
But a lot is going to change with this Chargers team. They have one of the best defenses. They're going to be playing a lot better. They just drafted Isaiah Spiller.
that's true.
It's going to be a
He's gonna
lot
have a
different.
role for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just going to be a lot different. So yeah, that's a tough one. I think they're both about even, and I like the three. I like Henry a lot, and like C-Mac, I like JT.
So you basically would be in agreement that the top five are pretty good.
Yeah, I think so.
Now, what about the tail end of the first round? Travis Kelsey, round one tight end. Would love your thoughts on that one.
Yeah, I would draft Kelsey there. I like
Oh
the
yeah, okay.
picks. I think my one of my biggest guys in second round that's kind of underrated is gonna be Aaron Jones.
Yeah, no.
So
After
I
you took him in that one mock draft that I was in with you, yeah, I've been very interested in Aaron Jones as well.
yeah, because it's how does that guy not score? Though really, there's only one way is if he gets injured, he's gonna score a ton of points. I wouldn't be surprised if Aaron Jones finishes ahead of a guy like Austin Eckler. Right, two very similar type of stat lines
We feel
right
that he's going
there.
to have a lot of work as a receiver, right?
Oh,
Aaron
heck,
Jones.
of course, because
There you go.
he's had it the past couple
It's just going to be
years,
emphasized. I
and
mean,
it's yeah,
now
and
it's
he's had it even more when Devontae Adams was out. He scored a ton of fantasy points, and it's totally fine if AJ Dillon gets his. That's proved that it didn't affect him at all. So I'm not going tight end since the top two tight ends are gone. So forget about that. Wide receiver, I'm not gonna do that here. So I'm gonna go running back. Um, it's gonna be Aaron Jones. Between Aaron Jones and Saquon.
ooh, I like it.
Yeah. And I don't mind either one. So I'm getting Aaron Jones at 2.07 all day. Like that's just a auto smash. Like it's just a no-brainer, man. It's still the Packers. Like it's still Aaron Rodgers. It's still Matt LaFleur. These guys don't suck. Matt LaFleur doesn't suck. Aaron Jones doesn't suck. Aaron Rodgers doesn't suck. They're gonna be
It's a great
just fine.
offense for sure. Yeah. Ooh,
No,
Kamara.
Alvin Kamara is a bad pick because I don't know about his suspension. So I think that's too early. So I mean, I'm just gonna derive that Cash hates Saquon Barkley because I don't know how you don't pick Saquon over Kamara or really I I think Kamara at 2.08 is just a tad early. I think 2.11 is okay. With 2.08, it's a bit early for a guy who's how does he not get suspended? I don't know how NFL suspensions work. They're kind of random. But I
True.
assume he got into a fight, got arrested in Vegas. I assume he's gonna get suspended at least a couple games.
I feel like that's kind of baked into that price, though, right? Like 208 for Alvin Kamara. So you're kind of assuming, like, if he
Yeah,
wasn't
but
no risk, then you
I
could
would
literally
just
say
get Saquon though. That's my thing. That's
fair
all.
enough. I'm gonna go. Ooh, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough. Mike Evans just got. Ah, God. All right. We'll go with Keenan Allen. I'll take that. Ideally, I wanted Mike Evans or Tyreek Hill to fall to me, but I will take Keenan Allen.
Oh, I was about to take Javante Williams. Oh
Nice.
man, that
Robust running
hurt.
back over there for Team Cash.
Ugh, that hurt. Uh, so I got to go between Zeke, David Montgomery, or Brees Hall.
One of them offers the most upside, that's for sure.
I went Brees Hall. Oh
Love it.
man, I don't know. That's pretty risky.
It's risky, but it's upside, right?
Yeah, it's. I just remember we heard the same exact stuff with Zeke and Pollard last year, and it's like I just want people to recognize that we're hearing the same exact stuff as we heard last year. Zeke's in the best shape. He's looking good. Tony Pollard's going to be used more. Like it's just the same exact stuff. I don't see any reason why Zeke's going to do better because he was going to do better last year and he didn't. And he just keeps doing worse while Tony Pollard's ready to go. Looks great. Big play, Tony Pollard. And
the Cowboys look like they're going to take a step back as a whole, as a team. That doesn't bode well for any player.
Their offensive line, offense, slight downgrade or significant downgrade. Defense, I don't know. All they really have is Micah Parsons. That's how I see it. I don't care.
About it.
Cowboy fans are gonna yell at me. I don't care.
It's true though.
Whatever.
I mean, Trevon Diggs is kind of a ball hawk, so you kind of need more of a
like
coverage kind of defensive back over there.
I like him as a player, but I'm not in this to argue about Cowboys. I just I'm a different type of person. I don't get any satisfaction of that. I'm trying to see if Zeke's a good draft pick or not.
Exactly.
Have fun, win my leagues. I really don't care. So I do like him as a player, Trevon Diggs, but as far as the defense, I think the defense is good, but might take a step back. I don't know if Micah Parsons can do it all.
Everyone's going to take a step, or not everyone, but the team as a whole on both bases is taking a step back.
They lost Amari Cooper, and they losing the offensive line gets a downgrade. It's a big deal.
I mean, as much as you can love Jalen Tolbert, and I'm a big fan of his as well. Like the situation is great, probably the starting wide receiver too, but he's not going to fill in the void that is Amari Cooper.
I'm drafting him pretty much similar reason I'm drafting like Darnell Mooney.
Right.
Just because I know he's going to be out there, and Darnell Mooney on a worse offense, but he's the alpha, while Jalen Tolbert's on a better offense, and he's the number 2. Like that's really it. Like
exactly. That's
they
really
don't have a lot of other options. Okay, so we're seeing some quarterbacks go.
Ooh, a quarterback run. I think this is a good value though. Round 4, Herbert Mahomes. It's pretty good.
It's okay. If
you're going early quarterback, right?
It's okay. Like I said, it's all right. Like it's not bad.
What do you think the first quarterback goes and thrown? How early?
Honestly, I have no idea. This is really Smitty's the early QB guy, and then we have 4 new teams, 4 new communities in thrown. Okay. So we really don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah.
A lot of wild cards, huh?
Yeah, and I like to emphasize that like it's good not to know. Like
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we don't know. And we're not gonna just gotta be ready for everything. I might go Deontay Johnson here. I don't want to go quarterback. I don't want to go tight end. Let's go with that.
All right. I have a guy queued up, but I know Cash is going to take him right here, right now. Actually, maybe not. Given his team, though. Maybe not.
Yeah, McLaurin was I was between Deontay Johnson and McLaurin for me.
Okay, what do you think of my favorite 4th round pick in redraft? He screwed me last year because he got hurt. With J.K. Dobbins, what do you think of him?
Yeah, I love him in round 5, but as you can see, all the running backs dried up right after Javonte Williams run that happened.
Yeah.
At 3.05 all the way to 3.10, all running backs. You had to take him there. It was between him and Akers. Really the only knock on him is he's coming back from a major injury, 1 year removed, and that's really it. Everything else you hear is just total BS. So I'm taking him round 5 all day, which that's basically what you did. 4.10 is basically round 5, especially if you consider the RBs left. So I like it. Ravens are going to go back to running the ball. As long as he's healthy, I'll take a risk on that. It's just the price has got to be right, though.
Got you. So you're saying something like a 4, like an early 4 is for sure too early?
I think so. For me, it is. Yeah, for me, it is.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah, this year I'm focusing more on the price. I figure if I'm getting a discount, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably going to win, or I'm probably going to increase my chances of winning.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. Value is always key. Looks like Cash is trying to get these value receivers, McLaurin, Allen Robinson. I'm a big fan of Allen Robinson this year with the Rams, honestly. I feel like Sean McVay is going to know what to do with him and how to use him. And he won't even be the true one because Cooper Cup is there. So he'll have the pressure kind of relieved on him for Allen Robinson. I love that pick. Love that pick, though, better.
Yeah, I
no,
think
Allen
Allen
Robinson,
Robinson that's terrible to pick him at round 5. It's
not
not
a good
that I
round
don't
five
like
pick.
it.
Okay.
I want to talk about the price, right? So
Yeah.
you basically overpaid. Um, you went 10% above his price right there, and that's why I don't like him. If you look at Cash's team, there's a reason he did that. It's because he never, he zigged when everyone zigged, and he zagged when everyone zagged. So,
Right.
he's kind of half a step behind here. He went RB, RB, RB. So,
Yeah. All the RBs. I see a lot of green near the top, so that's how you know a lot of RBs went early.
yeah, and that's why, I feel like Allen Robinson, I like him like late round 6. I think that's great. This draft's been weird because Couch Fam is overall pretty disciplined. You don't see there's not a lot of outlandish stuff here, and that's why we're seeing this. Because you see in other drafts, like I see Brandon Cooks go 6.10, for example. Like everyone's drafting running backs and wide receivers. Very
Yeah.
disciplined draft.
Yeah, that's true. No one's reaching on quarterback. Tight ends are going at a pretty moderate price.
The
I
only
feel you.
QB that was quote unquote reach was auto draft at 2.11.
Yeah.
Like with not, and I won't even say reach, just say was early, right? So it's like
Sure. Right.
it's very disciplined. All right, I'm gonna pause it here really quick.
Yeah.
So I'll
Okay.
pause it here. All right, so this is what I want to talk about. I will begin. Like we'll resume the draft shortly. Don't worry, guys. Don't throw stuff at me. No tomatoes. All right, so there's 3 parts of a draft: the early, the mid, and the late. So the early rounds is 1 through 5. Okay, and this a lot of times you want to not screw up. A lot of these money rounds for some reason are going to be round 3 and round 5. Now, I looked at the data. I don't know why round 5 is more like works out more than round 4, but it does. And if you really think about like your fantasy career, at least mine, for me personally, round 5 has been the money picks, and round 3, right? Like I've got my league winners there, like guys like DeAndre Hopkins in round 3, and so in round 5, just got some home run picks there. And so this is the early ones, round 1 through 5. The main thing you want to do is not screw up. Don't do anything super stupid here, right? And that's the main thing with that. So, and then the mid rounds is going to be 6 through 10 or 11. So right there, those are the mid rounds, right? Those are going to be your value picks, right? We're talking Russell Gage, Allen Robinson, Brandon Cooks, so on and so forth. Maybe a really good quarterback, right? Like Tom Brady. So those are the mid round picks. You want to think of value there. Now, these are like I said, like golden rules or rule of thumb. I say rule of thumb. Does not definitely does not apply every single pick. It's just the thought process, right? I'm dumbing this down for you. This is making it stupid for you guys. Rounds 1 through 5, early part of the draft, don't screw it up. Round 6 through 11, think value. These are the money rounds, right? Those guys, Darnell Mooney, another one of my great examples right there. Darnell Mooney, boom. I'm torn. Like Tony Pollard is another example. Another analyst might give you, right? But that's what you want to think that Zeke gets hurt or they use Tony Pollard a lot. Boom, right? You got that type of guy right there. And then you got the late rounds. Okay. So round 11, round 12, and so forth, all the way to round 16, 20, whatever you draft. Those are the late rounds. Now, in those rounds, you want to think upside. You want to think high risk. Ideally, oh my God, this is so relieving to say this out loud. right now on this microphone. It feels so good. You want guys that are gonna boom or you're gonna drop.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes. Right.
I don't wanna even see these guys if they're not booming, and that's what's great, right? Always keep that in mind. This is not easy to predict by any means. It could even say it's impossible to predict, but I know that 99% of people aren't even thinking that. You have only a limited amount of roster space. All right. A lot of you, everyone's playing Dynasty nowadays. So you guys have started to realize, at least, or may have a long time ago, that roster space is extremely important. You have to make cuts every year. You have to drop players every year. You just can't have infinite players. And it's similar in redraft, right? If I have a guy that's just schlepping on the bench every week, that's going to kill you. That's an L. Because not only are you not using him, not only if you do use him because you're stubborn, you're going to lose, but you can't pick up any other player. Like it's killing you in 2 or 3 different ways. So always remember boom or bust. I drafted Laquan Treadwell. I've told the story many times.
Oh
Winner.
yes.
Winner. Why? Because I dropped them right away. That's
Exactly.
why I drafted
Exactly.
Laquan Treadwell. The first year I won the couch league, huge monkey off my back. I was so stressed. I can't even win my own league. I film it every year with multiple cameras. I drafted Laquan Treadwell in the early teens. I dropped them before the season started. It's great. It opened things up for me. It was great because, yeah, a random waiver wire pickup is better than Laquan Treadwell in a Vikings uniform. Like, that was his rookie year, I believe. So just keep that in mind. You want to swing for the fences. You want to draft these guys that, maybe other people don't know of, like Jalen Tolbert, John Mechie, Jalen Dotson. Ooh, right? I can do that. Just because I hate on Washington. That's a great one.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, definitely.
That's Jahan Dotson. That's a great one. I mixed those two guys up. I don't know if I did, but Jahan Dotson, Jalen Tolbert, Alec Pierce. Who else we got? Susheng, you're like,
Yeah, all
you
these young
love
guys,
these. Who else?
David
Name some
Bell
guys.
and all
Name
these
some guys.
guys. Yeah, for
Off the
sure.
top of your head, name some guys.
David Bell, Alec Pierce was already
Whoa, with
said.
Deshaun
Jalen,
Watson. Deshaun
John
Watson.
Mechie.
That's tied to something else there.
That's
Uh,
true. Yeah, I guess.
Trey Lance could be one. Yeah, that
Yep.
could be one. Robert Tunyon. There
Oh,
we go.
oh yeah, Robert
Yeah,
Tonyan.
see,
Oh yeah.
Robert, yeah, you want to swing for the fences with these guys, not be afraid
And I love the
to
idea
drop
of
off.
getting a guy who you can drop as well, because you know that every year by week 2 or week 3, there's going to be a guy like Cordero Patterson or Philip Lindsay from a couple
Eli
years back,
Mitchell.
Eli Mitchell, who's just
Yeah.
ready to go, going to give you that RB2, RB3, wide receiver 2, whatever type production that you need. So that's love it. Love the strategy. Love the idea. Hope we can win throne, man. Hope we can implement this
Yeah.
the way we want to. You know.
Even look,
Yeah.
Julio Jones, like I've never drafted, or I'm not telling you to, but that's a guy like I can drop though.
Exactly. Perfect late round.
It's like, oh, he gets picked. Yeah, like, how about if he signs with the Bucks? Yeah, you'd be like, hey, you at least trade him. Like, it's something. And if he doesn't sign with any team or he gets hurt and like, you can drop him. Like, I'm not afraid to drop. Like, just players that are boom or drop. Like, that's what you want in those late rounds. So this is just rule of thumb. Just want to make that clear. Let's take a quick look at the draft board here. Okay. What do you? I don't know. I'm just trying to see if I see anything. I think we kind of went over a lot of things
Looks pretty
already.
good for the most part.
I do like Mclaren though. I feel like they're not going to trade him. I feel like they're going to pay him. They have no choice. Like, why would you go get Carson Wentz if he has nobody to throw to? Like, you might as well. That
Yeah.
team needs Mclaren. He's could be their most valuable player
He probably might be.
on both sides of the
Yeah.
field. Like, he could be the most
Chase Young or
valuable player.
McLaurin is between those two guys for sure in terms of the entire team, I would think.
Like, if I'm imagining the defense without Chase Young, like at least it's out there running around. But the offense without Terry McLaurin,
There is no offense.
that's rough.
I
Yeah,
feel you.
like
Yeah, for
that's
sure.
rough. Defenses will be like, all right, we know how to D this team up.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, you guys, you got to find that value, man. Terry McLaurin, I think's a lot of value. All right, we will
Oh, one more thing. One last thing before we close.
we start it.
Jerry Judy versus Sutton. Who would you take earlier if you had an
I
opinion?
like Sutton.
You like
I
Sutton?
prefer
Okay,
Sutton.
for sure.
Yeah, there's a big question mark there. How involved Tim Patrick's gonna be and
Yeah.
Alberto, but you got to trust Russell Wilson. But talking about that is those last picks, those boomer drop could be KJ Hamler. That's
Ooh,
another
yeah,
one.
that's a
He's
spicy
more
one.
of a best ball dynasty to me. But I'm just trying to. Sorry, I don't have a ton of names off the top. We actually named a few. We named a good amount, like Alec Pierce and whatnot. Yeah, you want those type of guys.
These boomer busts, right?
This is my first walk this year. All right, guys. We probably will end the audio podcast there, but we're gonna keep going with the live stream. I don't know. Every time I say that, I keep going because I make really funny, dope jokes at the end, and I keep it in. So no guarantees. We will begin the draft right now.
All right, let's do it.
Brandon Cook's 5.10 though, which is it's fine. It's just that I always see him go like 7.02.
That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
this is couch fam drafts are really intense. A lot of us think alike. There's no trolls in here, which is crazy. And this is a very competitive mock draft, very disciplined mock draft. For like
I
this
agree.
is I feel like people are drafting. This is how a real league will draft.
I feel like this is
Right.
a good preparation for Throne because everything's going to be stiff.
No, there's some really weird. I mean,
Oh,
it's good
really?
preparation, period. But
Yeah.
Throne, come on, bro. There's some
There's some
weirdos.
guys, I guess.
We
Yeah.
don't know, but it's a lot of turnover. Yeah, I guess
It's
it's
true
it's
though.
just good preparation, period. Yeah, but
Yeah.
we got some people draft. Man, there's been some crazy draft picks in Throne where we're just like,
David Johnson or something, right?
oh
Oh
yeah.
God.
There's been some clown picks. Dude, remember who's the giant? Darius Slayton was drafted like what round 6, 7?
Yeah, no, I remember that. Oh God.
Oh my god! In a redraft,
Yikes.
bro. That
Oh.
not like come on. In hindsight, for a dynasty, that's a horrible reach. In
In any
redraft,
in any format. God dang.
Darius Slayton in the early to mid rounds, bro. You got to
Yeah.
stop.
No, thank you. No, thank you. I don't know how a community decides. Oh, you picked the guy I always wanted to pick, Michael Thomas.
Yeah,
Ooh,
Mike
good one.
Thomas.
Good
Yeah.
one.
That's that price tag kind of I was talking about.
Mhm.
Now, unfortunately, he is very high risk, could kind of ruin your team. Um, but I guess it does go with my narrative that I had before. Not everything's gonna work in my narrative. Like I already prefaced that, but
Yeah.
Mike Thomas, round 6 instead of round 5. So I guess it does fit what I was saying.
I think I'm gonna go one more time in the running back well. I think Miles Sanders and the fact that the Eagles are running the ball a ton could be a sneaky pick.
Yeah, and that's all about price for me. So round 5, I am out
Yes,
on
same.
Miles Sanders, but where
Definitely.
you took him is really good value. Right? 610 is very different than 601.
Yeah.
It's very different, right? That's 9-10 picks later. So
Right.
I like him there. It's not an amazing pick, but it's just just the price tag. Like it's
Decent.
so
Exactly.
cheap that if he sucks like he's been, I don't think it's gonna kill you. Just put him
Yeah.
on the bench.
And if he is good, then all of a sudden now we're in business, I think.
Yeah.
And there's some receivers I can get here, though Godwin was a guy I was looking at. Again, same thing for value. Now it gets a little bit tough.
No, Sue Shane, you've learned your lesson, right? Not to draft a billion rookies in redraft, right?
Oh, yes. You're not going to see me draft many
Yeah.
this year.
I
I'm
think
limiting myself to 2 per league, maybe, at most.
look, that's another rule of thumb. There is no number. But it's okay if you're taking stabs at rookies in those rounds that I was saying, round 11 plus, go for it. Like, why not? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Laquan Treadwell was a rookie when I won.
I feel you, but the thing is, for a guy like me, I think that who loves rookies, who plays a lot more dynasty than redraft, I think because I'm so focused in on rookies every year and each year, I think I just need to put a cap on myself. I understand
Yeah, it's
numbers
like an
probably not the best thing,
addiction.
but yeah, exactly, right.
It's like
I
an
have to just
addiction.
tell
Yeah.
myself, hey, maximum 2. at the most 3, like, but it better
It's
be a
like
really good third one.
2 beers, and I'm done for the night.
Exactly.
It's like you gotta if you're an addict, like, it's just how it is, like,
Exactly.
it's I know my limit. I've been there. I've done that.
Done that. Wasn't a
Yeah.
good result. Exactly, right.
Yeah. No, I got you. No, I got you. But just know that drafting 2 rookies in the first 6 rounds is different than drafting 2 rookies
In
round
an
11
entire
plus.
draft,
It's
right.
way see, that's
Yeah.
my point, and that's good. I'm like relieved that the stuff I've saying actually holds up. The round that little spiel I gave about the rounds 1 through 5 and this and that, like it makes sense. It
It
makes
does, and it's
sense.
holding up right now,
It
yeah,
is
for sure.
still holding up so
Oh, yeah.
far, yes. And yeah, man, like drafting a one rookie running back early, like Brees Hall, not bad, right? That's not bad. But drafting a bunch of rookie wide receivers in the early mid rounds, that is bad. That's way too many.
Yeah, definitely. Don't wanna invest too much. 1 maybe at the most, maybe in another late one, that's pretty good. If you wanna go Brees Hall, I think running backs are a little bit different, right? Because there's more of a safe volume type of floor with some of these top guys. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know.
Well, running backs are just safer as far because they actually produce the first year.
Yeah.
Just in general, I don't want to go in too deep, but yeah, this year's running back class kind of sucked. So
Right, right.
like I like Kenneth Walker. 6.02 is pretty appropriate for that. I'm gonna send a link to Smooth just in case he wants to. Hold on, I'm not doing too well. Come on, there we go. I don't know why he wants to hop on, but I sent
Wants
you
to
a
hop on?
link, Smooth. He said, "Let me hop on."
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I hope he didn't pass his beer limit for the night.
Speaking of beer,
Too
right?
many rookies, huh? Too many too many rookies.
Ooh, Traylon Burks.
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Oh yeah. Well, I sent you a link, so I don't know why you want to hop on.
I mean, hey, the more the
He
merrier.
doesn't talk a lot, but maybe he's had a few rookies tonight. He's ready to go. He's
Hey,
feeling
right
bold.
now is about that time where the rookies will be picked, you know? Garrett Wilson's about to come off the board. I sense Traylon Burks soon.
I think Corey Davis might be one of my sleepers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here he is. He's here.
What's up,
What's
guys?
up? Couch
How we
Captain
doing? How we
Smooth's
doing?
in the building.
Just wanted to hop in, have a conversation.
That's all
How'd you like
good.
the hack?
It was fun.
Dude, was it accurate? Do you agree that Justin Fields is probably you can work with it, but
I'm erring on
maybe-
the side of Fields talent-wise, but obviously the Jets have done a way better job building that team around Wilson.
yeah, in terms of Wilson versus Fields. What do you think of like maybe trading Fields and the 23 first, which Couch was saying is going to be a little bit tougher, versus just investing another?
It'll be
Throwing a
hard
dart
to
at
get somebody
quarterback.
to bite at that, but I can always try. Oh, dang. I was hoping for Russ.
I think I'm gonna go with one of my sleepers here.
Hopefully it works. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I'm not drafting someone that anybody wants.
Good thing is you have a lot of picks to work with. So
Zach Ertz is one of my
Zach
sleepers.
Ertz.
Yeah, he's gonna get a lot of volume, man. He's gonna do well. I guess the only bad thing, I could say 2 bad things possibly with that pick, maybe slightly early, and I have Hollywood already.
I was going to take Ayuk there too.
That's probably your best pick. I honestly don't really like your team, Smooth.
Yeah, I'm not feeling it either.
Tom Brady
Okay.
was a good pick, though. I like that pick.
I think this is a time where I actually would take a rookie receiver. Late round 8, Elijah Moore is going mid round 8. I will take Garrett Wilson, and we'll see how that goes.
Oh, I was
dang.
about to say if Elijah Moore was available, we should definitely take him.
Oh
there.
yeah,
That
right.
was-
Of course,
'cause
yeah.
he's
of course.
really good. Yeah, with no
Yeah.
Jamison Crowder. I don't like the Garrett Wilson.
You
I
don't
think
like it?
I think you needed more discipline.
Yeah, it's all right. Running back.
It's okay. There's still a lot of quarterbacks available. So you didn't need to take a QB there. No one drafted a QB. All the good tight ends are pretty much gone. It's just Flyers left.
Here. I'm gonna take a chance. I think Frymuth can be really good.
I'm going to take another chance on another rookie.
Wow. Sky Moore, round 9.
That's pretty early, I think.
Oh,
I think both of our picks right there were a little bit early,
spicy.
but we're taking some chances. Yeah, we're spicing it up for sure, Couch.
That's spicy, and I have no idea who I'm gonna pick.
See, I was in the same situation. I go to RB, I see Michael Carter, Melvin Gordon, and I just look very disinterested.
There's a dead zone right around here.
Yeah,
I don't know how to get into these players.
That's what I did. I did the dead zone now. Dameon Pierce 9.06. I usually take him 10.01. So
Trey Lance 908. I mean, I like it,
dead zone.
But you can get him in round 10, right? Or even
Yeah, but
later.
this is the dead zone. I mean, you can say this about every single pick.
He could have waited till his next pick because everybody else has a quarterback.
Yeah, and Rodgers and Stafford are still there, and those two guys are really good.
But Sushane will definitely be able to pick between one of those two.
I think so. That'll be nice, right?
Yeah. If it depends, some leagues are crazy. Some leagues are. Remember when we drafted with Smitty every single year, and he drafts a bunch of quarterbacks. Some leagues are crazy. I remember. Now it's actually to be serious. It's actually very safe. Oh, well, never mind. I'll shut the hell up. Wow, Aaron Rodgers just went right as I was saying that. What I was going to say though, it's very safe to assume one out of the two would fall, but that's still an odds game, right? It's not 100%. And like right as I was saying it, this guy took Rodgers, which kind of makes sense because he took Dak Prescott at 7.11. And then he got Rodgers at 9.11. And I don't think anyone here would be shocked if Aaron Rodgers outscored Dak Prescott in fantasy, like at all.
Yeah, you're right.
Matter of fact, I might even rank Rodgers higher. Like that could be a thing. Yeah, sure. Or they're really close. So yeah, man, you really can't assume much. And that's why, it's okay, I guess, to reach a round or two. Dead zone.
You think we're going to see anything like this in the Throne League where in a single quarterback league, guy goes 2 quarterbacks in the first 7, 8 or so rounds?
Maybe no. I think overall we'll see a lot of crazier stuff to where that it wouldn't even be much of a storyline. I think we'll see a lot weirder things. Things. So I've heard Smitty say Javonte Williams 2.01. He would take him. So that's going to be really early. We've seen him go early QB. We've seen him go early QB and draft 3 QBs in a 1 QB league. Like we've seen that. He drafted Mahomes, Brady, and Big Ben a few years ago.
Yeah, that's true.
The first year. See, you can't assume anything.
Oof.
So
that was an auto.
Yeah, but still you can't assume anything though.
That's rough.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't have happened if it wasn't auto. But I've learned my lesson with this when there was a guy in the Couch League. This was a long time ago when Andrew Luck was pretty young. He just kept waiting and waiting to get Andrew Luck as his QB1. And then Mike Mattal took Andrew Luck like in round 7, 8, or 9 as his QB2. I was like, if he's just going to keep falling, I'll take him as my QB2. And the guy, he's just out of luck. He had no quarterback. He just went the whole no quarterback because Andrew Luck was the 11th QB or 12th QB off the board.
It's tough, man. Just goes to show us sometimes you just got to go and get your guy.
Yeah, but a little bit of different scenario because there was 2 quarterbacks you like versus just one.
Yeah.
But still, you gotta know that though. Like, there's a chance, and in this case, you didn't get one of them. Yeah. Right. So you gotta always know that. Instagram Extras League, when I finished second place, a lot of people made fun of me. I took Kyler Murray and I think Jameis Winston back to back. Actually, it was a crazy year. A lot of people unsubscribed from me, sent me a lot of hate, and both those guys did really well, by the way. But I'm like, look, man, if I'm picking back to back and these guys are falling, this was Kyler Murray's rookie year, and it was Jameis Winston 30 for 30 year. And I was like, look, if they're gonna keep falling, like, I'm gonna take them. And I sniped some people, and they both did well. So you know, but nobody, I don't think anyone was expecting me to go QB. Was it like round 9, 10? But it can happen.
Couch, I like that Russell Gage pick. You sniped me with that.
I've drafted him every single mock draft except one, I believe. So
he was in my queue. I was going to ask you what's a good price, but I guess you kind of answered it. So round 10.
Yeah, I won't let him go past round 10 ever, really. Round 11 would be the like insane price, but I don't think I'd ever let him get out of round 10.
Got it. Round 10 for sure.
Lance was my guy, why I went for him, and that's fine. We're talking round 9. Like, I get that. I would wait because I think Rodgers and Stafford is still pretty good, and these guys had quarterbacks, right? We're reading the draft board here.
Yeah.
So I would have waited for sure, but, you know, I don't hate it either. Just telling you what I recommend and do. I would tell you if it was really dumb. I don't think it was really dumb. I think it's a little bit of a reach, but not dumb. Yeah, I might as well go back in the running back well. And one guy I was considering 2 rounds ago is still there, so I'll take him.
Shot White.
Nice. Yeah, there's still more running backs. So that's good. I only had 2 running backs until round 9. So I drafted 1 round 9, round 11. Now I got 4 running backs, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. I'm going to see how long can I wait for quarterback. That should be a fun game to play.
This is one game.
If I get Zach Wilson like in the last round, I'm cool with that, you know?
This is one game where you're going to get burned.
Oh yeah?
Never, yeah. Remember what happened to JPP 4th of July. You don't want to play dangerous games, bro. You don't want to play dangerous games.
Off. I hear you.
So this guy was about to draft Russell Gage, Brian, at 10.04, but he spilled his apple juice, and then when he went to go clean the apple juice, he spilled his orange juice, and then his computer, like, spark started. It's like an 80s movie. Spark started coming out, like it created a really sexy women that come out of his closet, and then this music came on, and so that's while that happened, it auto drafted Matthew Stafford. So that's what happened there. So I got lucky. I got Gage at 10.07. I love it.
I would have taken Matt Stafford. I would have loved him there. Oh, well.
What about Rodgers?
Yeah, or Rodgers.
Settle for Rodgers is fine, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I feel like Derek Carr is going to be pretty sneaky.
Carr, I like him. I don't know where I'm going to rank him. Probably QB 14. I don't know. Just going off the top of my head.
He could be.
The woman was just really gorgeous. That's the plot to Weird Science, guys. Like, come on.
Right.
Got a tight end run.
Yeah, Gronkowski was not on the team yet, but he's probably going to be in the Bucs.
Gronkowski's one of those guys we were talking about that you can drop.
Yeah, that's true.
See, that's another good. That's a great example. That's a great example. He gets hurt. He gets hurt. Put him in IR. He doesn't sign. Maybe drop. You know, like, I just feel like he's not going to destroy roster space as long as you got IR spots.
I kind of like that pairing actually. Rob Gronkowski and then go back and go get Irv Smith.
I wouldn't do such things.
3 tight ends is too much.
It's too.
He's got a third one.
No, he's got 2.
Oh, I thought he had a third. Never mind.
No, 3 is too much. But it's kind of early to be doing the Gronk Irv Smith thing. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's good nor bad. It's just something I would not do. Galladay also a guy you can drop. How so? That's a guy actually you're gonna be stuck with.
Dang,
I think
there
that's.
goes Derek Carr.
I think if you draft Galladay, I think you're stuck with him.
Yeah, not ideal.
Gronk could retire. I don't think Galladay's gonna retire. Gronk could retire. Be like, oh, I'm good. I have no idea who I'm gonna draft. Oh no. Oh crap.
I feel like I'm gonna get sniped.
Uh-oh.
I feel like I'm always gonna get sniped by Cash.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no. I drafted a player on the Washington Commanders football team.
All right, I'm going back to the running back well one last time.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I go with my handcuff because I need that badly, probably.
Actually, I got okay, Galladay. Actually, I like Galladay now if you have an IR spot. My main worry with him is going to be injury. I think he is a high risk for injury. I did a little bit more research, right? It's very hard to predict injuries, but I think Galladay's at a high risk of injury, and I think where you're getting him would be a great price because he's going nearly undrafted. And so if your league has IR spots, I'm with that. I think that's fine because that is if you put him in IR, that's not a waste of roster space. If he does not hitting, yeah. So I think it's okay because, like I said, like if he's healthy. Like, I think he's got a good shot at being your wide receiver 3 or flex or even wide receiver 2, possibly. But if he's hurt, yep, IR.
So IR is a bonus here.
Yeah, that's the thing, though. If he's not healthy and he sucks, I don't know if you can drop him, man. That's tough. That's a tough one.
Yeah, no, I would agree. I think it's a tough sell for me. But, again, it's all about the value that we talked about earlier. It depends.
Yeah, you did kind of just get punked here, Sushane. He's right. Toast is saying Foreman going to beat Chuba for CMC handcuff.
Am I not keeping up with the news? Uh-oh.
Yeah, so they signed Deontay Foreman because Chuba Hubbard was a huge, massive disappointment last year.
Ooh, okay.
He hurt us in Throne. Yeah.
This is why it's a mock draft, boys.
Yeah, so
reasons like these.
Deontay Foreman is a solid draft pick in redraft. No, he's going super late. Yeah. Like, so you can even wait to get him. He's going pretty much undrafted in a 12 team.
Free pick, pretty much. Okay.
Yeah. Which is the same
as keep that in mind.
I took a little IR stash. Odell.
I dig it.
Talk about a free pick at and a handcuff.
Oh yeah.
Hassan Haskins.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
With Henry, getting older and all the work he's got, Haskins is a good handcuff stash.
I like this guy, but I think Couch is going to get him on the way back.
I think Mecole Hardman's a waste of a pick.
Same. I don't think
but he falls into that guys you can probably drop at least.
Evan Ingram too.
A little more upside maybe.
I mean, he's a guy I'm definitely avoiding, but some people have made points to why he's going to be used in Jacksonville. He's a guy I would not draft this year. I don't see him produce like the times where he does well. If he does well, he's going to likely be on your bench. Look at this. Look at this guy. Ban this guy. Mods, ban this guy. Jared. Always late and always full of excuses.
Come on, Jared.
Oh, come on.
John Mechie, round 14. Now we're getting really, really good. Okay.
John Mechie.
I do have a question. Actually.
Yeah.
Since we're in these kind of dirty rounds, I I know the Throne League has kickers and defenses. If I'm not
No, it
mistaken.
doesn't. No,
It
it
does
does
not.
not.
Oh, okay.
No,
Sure.
no, no, no.
Mind then. Okay.
This is
Well, my
exact
question
throne
would be then,
settings.
I guess for those people who play in a regular redraft league where you have a kicker and a kicker and a defense, what's like a good spot if you want to secure that top defense? Obviously, the easy advice is just wait for your last pick. But let's say I'm that guy who wants to make sure I get the Buffalo Bills or the Justin
Yeah.
Tucker of this year.
Yeah, it's easy. Just wait for one sucker to do it first and then go from there.
And just
That's
go
all.
from there.
Because if you get the second or third best, you got to think
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah,
That's
I
going
feel
to
you.
probably be better than whatever this, Jamoke who just did it, right? Which we saw. Didn't we make fun of, who was it? The guy who puts hella letters in his name, Keyshawn?
Oh, yeah.
He drafted the
Right.
Bucks D. Didn't
Yeah.
work out, right? They
No,
weren't.
it
Were
didn't.
they the best? Who was the best defense last
I
year?
don't think so. Wasn't it not the Bills, or was it? I don't know. I don't think it was the
Let me
Bucks.
see. I don't think it was the Bucks either. That's what I'm saying. Wait for that guy to do it, then recalibrate. Right?
Right.
I don't even do that. I don't even want the top tier defense.
You just wait last round for sure.
But you just do it, and then you can get that kind of that last guy in the first tier, right? I don't really do tiers in defense, but I'm just trying to answer the question the best of your capability, right? So, if you might get the second best or fourth best defense, which is pretty close to the best defense, but you're going to get that rounds later, and that's going to usually end up being very close to the end of the draft, right? So you're basically only reaching like half a round, and that's it. My dog's going crazy. I think that's Debo. My new dog's name's Debo. Hope he stays a Niner. Otherwise, I'm going to have to submit a name change. There's no way I'm calling Debo if he's like a Seattle Seahawk or something. Dallas defense was first, I think. That's actually sounds very familiar. Dallas defense went like 11th defense off the board, 16th defense off the board, 17th defense off the board, pretty much undrafted. Your dog's pissed at someone's face. I don't know. I've been drafting pretty good.
I kind of dig waiting till round like 13 for a quarterback.
Who's your QB?
I just got Tua and Jameis back to back, and I don't hate that at all.
It's not good.
It's not good, but I mean, you can win with that if you have, because you're going to punt them so much that you're going to build around another position so much more.
Yeah, I'd probably rather have a better QB though.
Quarterback than that, I feel you.
Because they're going late. Matthew Stafford went round 10. I mean, you almost got him.
That's true. Yeah, Matthew Stafford was a dream right there.
I got Joe Burrow in round 7. You can't argue with that. Yeah, it's pretty good with the improved O-line.
Definitely.
And all his receivers are super young. Like they just got one more year of experience.
And they're good receivers too. They're not just like
they're really good. They're really good. Only knock is CJ Uzama's not there anymore. That's it. Sure. Their O-line's like 3.5 times better. Jamar Chase, year 2. T. Higgins, year 3. Like, that's amazing, man.
Tyler Boyd's still legitimate.
Yeah. Tyler Boyd's going to, either he's going to be covered by a good corner or just absolute trash corner. And then if he's covered by a good corner, the other guys will be open.
Exactly.
Josh Palmer, that's a cool one. I like that.
I dig it.
Right. He's going to probably be the wide receiver 3 on the Chargers. If there's some news that he's the wide receiver 4 on the depth chart, then you just drop him right then and there. Right when you hear that news, drop Palmer.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I have a player in mind, but I think all 3 of us might be eyeing the same guy.
Hayden Hurst might just help out more in the blocking. Hayden Hurst is like a small offensive lineman. He's like a bad offensive lineman.
I don't know who we would all be eyeing.
I'm concentrating on just talking, so I don't even know what.
I see nobody.
Yeah, I know. It's a deep. This is equivalent to a 16-team draft, almost.
Yeah, because the extra players that are going.
Yeah, no defense, no kicker.
Well, if you guys are not eyeing him, then I guess I'll take him and I'll ask you, what's the issue here? Oh, there he goes, Sammy Watkins. That's the guy.
Oh, yep.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, that's a guy I usually do target. Yes,
Yeah.
that's who I should have
Yep.
drafted, but
Okay, now I have no idea who to take. Oh God.
oh crap.
All right, let's go with this.
Oh, I took Curtis Samuel. It's bad.
All right, so I messed up on the handcuff last time, but Matt Breida is the correct Saquon cuff, right?
Yes, yes. That's a really good pick, really good handcuff as well.
For sure.
It's fine. You just drop Chuba.
Yeah, I'll just drop you by
I don't think anyone. Oh, somebody did draft Foreman. Okay, Deontay
Yeah.
Foreman.
I'll know that for next time. It's just a mock draft.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, well, this is fun. I like the teams.
I did pretty good. I gotta admit, it got really difficult towards the end.
Yeah, for sure. But hey, you know what? I think that's how Throne could be. So it's very good preparation.
Throne's gonna be more, a lot more corkscrews.
Definitely.
It's gonna be a lot more surprises.
And the
Every
guy
year,
that you want might not be the pick that we make. You know?
The nice thing about Throne is you've got that time to really talk things through.
Yeah. It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
fun. Man.
It
It's
is.
always,
that makes it.
always fun.
But with a bunch of people, it makes it crazy. My team's good. I like what I did.
I like it too. Joe Burrow is a good pick late.
Mm-hmm.
Zach Ertz, Allo. Yeah.
Yeah, and I realize I don't have a ton of quality running backs, but that is a valid strategy. Like, hey, I got that one good RB. I got that one, RB2 that's solid. And then who cares? Just
4 of them are rookies.
No, that's not good.
That is true.
Just consider I'm starting 2 running backs and that's it.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. So I'm not trying to make it look like it's good, but my wide receivers are hot, and I think my tight end quarterback's good enough. So I think I got any holes. The only real hole is I think if Aaron Jones gets hurt, then team falls apart. But that's fine. Like I went with I think I got good running backs, really only 2 of them. That's it. It was definitely a strategy that I did. I like that I went RB in round 2, round 3. So at least I secured something.
Yeah. Seeing the way this draft went, do you think RB0/RB0 light, however you want to word it, a strategy that was kind of popular last year, do you think that's even viable this year?
Yeah, I mean, that's almost what I did. I mean, I did draft 2. Not really, but I don't know.
It's tough, right?
Yeah, it's tough. I don't have a final decision on that. I think you can do it as long as you have one RB. I think there's zero excuse to go 0 RB. It's stupid when guys like ETN and Dobbins are going so late, right? David Montgomery, like these guys are going so late. James Conner, Saquon Barkley on rare occasion falls around 3. Like, it's just really no excuse to go 0 RB. You got to draft at least 1.
Yes.
But after that, I mean, there's ways you can make it work. You can draft your handcuff. Handcuffs are going super late. So now you solidified the RB1 spot. You can get a guy like Pollard or Madison or Haskins, Dante Foreman, Matt Breida, right? You got him round 16, right? If you have Saquon, I'm talking about, you have the guy, you get his handcuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you solidified that RB1 spot, guaranteed, and you got that going. So once you got that going, all you got to do is figure out who to start for RB2, because you're starting all wide receivers for all 4 positions, 3 wide receivers and flex. So, yes, the Warriors won, and my top 300 draft cheat sheet probably be up within I don't know, by July, something. I don't want to put a timetable on it. I haven't really done my rankings yet, but I will. My rookie rankings are up for Dynasty, though. Great competitive draft, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I'm going to end it there. All right, guys. Peace out.
Sounds good.
See you.